but DM's just going to provide you. You know, there's about 22 dwarves plus about 5 of you. Let's call that 30 people for 2 days. So if each of you carry 12 days rations, you've got plenty to get there and back on.
If I cast create food and water twice, that'll get him food too.
Yeah, I mean, you the problem that's being faced here isn't that you need a massive amount of supplies that you guys can't carry. The problem is they got cut off by ogres. You guys can carry pretty much all the supplies that they need. Some food, some extra bolts for their crossbows. You can carry that easily enough.
The locals say that riding our horses could lead to increased risk of trouble.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to be delayed by trouble, so I'm inclined to leave the horse and just pack it.
Sierra arranges for a stable to hold it for you until you come back.
So, how about the others with horses? Check yours in.
Well, since they're not talking, I'm just going to assume they are because we're starting to drag behind.
Yeah, let's.
Okay, so off we go on foot.
Yeah, I bought some rations. Let's go.
Yeah, let's. We're done with shopping, right?
Yes, we are done with shopping.
Yeah, let's just go.
We're on the trail. No mounts. Let's do it.
So, you guys are traveling along, and I believe you agreed on a fast pace.
Yes, fast.
Yes. We did.
So, filling out the combat tracker now since I missed that earlier. You guys are traveling along on a trail. It's a fairly thick trail. It's more of a shelf along the edge of a cliff. It's basically kind of think it like a lightning bolt pattern. The cliff goes straight up on the left and then straight down on the right. But there's a good 15-foot path. And there's nothing wrong here. Everything is great until suddenly the DM calls out roll initiative. As two young Remorazes come bursting out of the rocks to the left. Frosty, why advantage? Oh, whip of warning. Veronica, to roll initiative.
Okay, yeah.
Did I give you inspiration, Veronica?
Oh, sorry, it was checked.
Yep. So, they're going to get a surprise round. So, Veronica is surprised. Waylander is surprised. The young Remoraz wants lunch. And thinks Veronica looks yummy. Veronica is no longer surprised. So if you want to shield that, you can.
I don't have shield prepared. So it hits me. My... So yeah, why don't you roll damage? Oh, wow.
Brunhild, didn't you say you were going to throw 8 at people?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's my normal routine. Is right when we get ready to go, I cast 8 at 4th level. So the 3 lowest levels have 15 extra hit points.
So that means Veronica, Vivacity, and Waylander go increase your maximum hit points by 15. For the purposes of ease of tracking, you can assume that spells like Long Rest and Aid, you just dedicate the spell slot to them. You don't need to worry about reporting to me that you're recasting them. all you need to do is worry about is if you take a long rest and decide I'm not recasting them. As I like to put it, I'm interested in playing Dungeons and Dragons, not shopkeepers and spreadsheets.
Yeah, I'd already checked off the 4th level slot too. I just didn't say it.
So, Veronica, go ahead and add 15 to your max hit points.
Awesome. Thank you.
Looks like Vivacity and Wayland are already remembered.
That I did.
And I'm no longer bloody.
No, you're still bloody.
Oh, yeah. Right. Okay.
And
That's
I'm
counting
re-rolling
down.
that. Because I'm not having both of them go after Veronica. But Vivacity and Brunhilde are surprised. And the next one is going to go for Waylander. That was close to a crit. As the Remorhaz takes a nice big bite out of you. Sorry, say again?
No, just looking at something. This never mind.
Oh, crud. And Adobe Acrobat just crashed.
That's pretty unusual.
Not really. It does it fairly often, unfortunately. So the Remorhaz has taken his attack. Frosty is surprised. Oh! Whip of Warning. Is that what you were about to ask me about, Frosty?
Yeah.
I overlooked that you had the Whip of Warning.
Oh, so no surprise round.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Well,
My-
it just means that I can't be surprised. Unfortunately, it doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't protect the rest of the party?
Yeah, unfortunately not.
I thought it did.
Uh,
We'll
you know
have
what?
Frosty take his turn, and then we can settle up with. Well, I'm fine with like having lost a turn.
You know what, let me check that real quick. I mean, kind of important, right?
Yeah, you and any of your companions within 30 feet of you cannot be surprised.
Yep.
So what I'm going to say is we'll just rewind. We'll start from the top and work our way back down. The Remorhazes have already taken their turns. Veronica.
Holland.
Oh, well. That's good. I'm going. So we're on this 15-foot path, and we're getting attacked by 2 Remorhazes.
Correct. Basically, you're just walking down the path, and suddenly your companion's weapon lets out a blood-curdling scream. Like, have you ever heard the scream from Phantom in the Opera?
Oh yeah.
That's the sound. Just suddenly that horrible, bone-chilling scream erupts. Just in time for 2 young Remorhazes to chew their way out of the rocks and throw themselves at the party.
Are they close to each other?
Close to each other for the purposes of...
Say a casting of fireball.
Oh, certainly. They're right next to the party as well, however.
Alright, I'll hold off for now. Hey, Vivacity.
Yeah, Veronica.
Well, I think this will help. And then I cast enlarge I cast enlarge on Vivacity.
And why don't we
And
go ahead and rewind completely, take away your wounds.
okay. Do I keep the temporary hit points from?
Yeah, that lasts until the spell's over.
You don't have any temporary hit points.
Oh, it's
Yeah, but-
just to my max.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, the hit
increases
point
your
boost.
maximum for 8 hours.
Oh, sick. Okay.
No
Then
concentration.
yeah, I'm gonna cast enlarge on Vivacity, and then I'm going to also pull out my quarterstaff and hold it at the ready.
Okay, is that your turn?
Yes.
Don't forget to check off your spell slot.
Okay.
And go to the combat tracker, and it's the crossed swords in the upper right. And down at the bottom of the combat tracker window, there's a little dragon's head with a down chevron. Click on that to end your turn.
Could you tell me where to find it one more time? Sorry.
Bottom of the combat tracker window on the left.
It looks like a little dragon head.
Do you even have the combat tracker open, first of all?
Oh, okay. I see it. Yep.
Waylander,
about
it's
that.
your turn.
How far away from me are they?
Within 15 feet, because you guys are all on the path and they're coming out of the rocks to the right.
Alright, so I will move away from them 30 feet. Actually, no, I will first fire and then I'll move. Target number 1. Grab my hand crossbow. First one. Bonus action hit. And then I will action surge for 2 more. Then I'll move away 30 feet.
Just out of curiosity, what archetype are you?
Eldritch.
Well, you backed away, so they can't get at you. So it's going to go after Frosty. And you're just lucky this isn't Mommy, because she'd swallow you. Vivacity, your turn.
Oh, having a having taken off the surprise of my rather sudden growth spurt, I'd very much like to get myself between most of the party, or certainly the members of the party who would like to remain range, and these Remorazes. Could I perhaps shove them into a more advantageous position?
You could try, but they're basically in the middle of the party as it is.
In the middle of the party as it is? Like, would one
think
good
of it-
shove get them to the front?
No, think of it this way: the party with a 15-foot wide path, the party's strung out in a line. They came out in the middle of that line.
They burst into the middle of it. Awesome. I will step to young Remoraz number 2. I will, as a bonus action,
As
Okay,
I yell
I will-
out, focus fire.
as a bonus action, I will cast Compelled Duel. I'm so sorry. How do I cast the spell from the? I'm looking at the spell right here. I dragged it in on the Actions tab. I'm not seeing the little star next to it.
So if you look
Because
to
I don't
the
have it
right,
prepared.
if you look
It's
to the
not
right,
prepared. I'm so sorry.
if you look to the right, there's a little hourglass. It'll open up the cast. Just drag the save over to the Remoraz.
Ignore that. That was me. That's not what I wanted to do. Did that do it?
Yes.
That did it. And Remoras 2 is now compelled.
Excellent.
Which, if I remember correctly, means you can't attack anything else without breaking the spell, and it has to attack you.
Yes. I will attack that Remoras twice.
Brunhilde.
All right, Brunhilde can see what Paladin's trying to do, so she'll cast Shield of Faith. Paladin.
So you're casting Shield of Faith on Vivacity?
Yeah, I just drag it over the right.
Sure. And your main
It
action?
worked. Yeah, that's just a bonus action. So, and then I'll use my cantrip, Sacred Flame, on that one. There's not enough problem if somebody else attacks that one, is there? It's still compelled to attack the Paladin.
No, that would break the duel.
Oh, all right. Then
Focus
I'll cast
fire
my.
on the first one.
Yeah, I'll cast my Sacred Flame on the other one. So you're engaging Remahaz number 2?
Yes, I've got number 2 locked down for the time being.
Alrighty.
How arrogant, Vivacity.
I'm resistant to fire.
Oh dear, don't tell me I didn't even notice. Oh boy.
Alright, mission accomplished.
I'm liking my 19s. So you're going to need to make a DC 11 concentration check. Your spell goes away.
Oh.
Frosty.
Alright, Frosty gets really, really mad. And there's a young Remoras right in front of him, right? He thinks is perfectly willing to accept his tribute to the gods of death.
Sure. Why do you have advantage?
Reckless.
I am swinging recklessly.
Ah, okay.
What's your totem?
I am wolf. So any
So-
melee in melee against number 1 has advantage.
Am I adjacent to either of the Remorases?
No.
All right, I'm going to take this moment to back up and also to lead my horse back. And once I'm, say, 20 feet back up from the Remorases, I'm going to cast Chill Touch on the one that Vivacity is engaged with. So that's number 2, right?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, shoot. I forgot to... Oh, well, too late now.
So there's going to be just 9. So probably not.
So, Vivacity, I forgot to do it to you earlier, but when you reached out to strike the Remoras, that was hot. That was real hot.
Oh,
I'm not going to apply it retroactively because I don't remember if you hit once or twice. Let's just move on to Waylander's turn.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
Right. I will move 15 feet up so that I will be in my short range of hand crossbow and maneuver myself so that I do not have any with my allies possible.
Sure.
I'll take more shots at number one. Bonus. Then I'll move back 15 feet again.
So I don't remember who young Ramirez was talking to earlier. So I guess he'll just have to turn around and talk with Brunhild. And he misses. Vivacity.
AC2 D100. Yeah. Okay. Um. Vivacity will square her shoulders and keep swinging at the Remoras in front of her. Now we could probably climb. I don't think shoving it off the cliff would do anything. I forgot to do this last time, but you forgot to do the extra damage to DM, so we'll just call it square. But I've got a 2d4 on top of that from Veronica's enlarged person spell.
Why is that 2d4? Oh,
Because I
crit.
critical hit. It's, I think I'm gonna go ahead and
Some like it hot.
half that.
Aren't you supposed to have fire resistance?
I did. I just wrote it in the box, so I may not have formatted it correctly. I know Fantasy Grounds gets a little picky about case sensitive.
I think I fixed it. Let's try this again. We need to take back 9, so you're at 20.
It doesn't have his resist fire effect on
Him?
It should. It's in his special defenses.
him. No, that doesn't work like that.
Figures.
You have to actually,
It has to actually be in effect.
yeah. Resist might have to be all capital. There you go.
There we go.
Solid. I'm also going to take this opportunity to throw a smite in on that crit for another 48.
You are technically supposed to do that before you roll any damage.
I did not know that. In that case, I will
I
not.
will allow it, however. No,
Are you sure?
this will. My firm standing is that when a player's gaming me, I push back. When a player just doesn't understand some rule interaction, I bet. I mean, this is a case of you obviously would have done it if you'd known how I rule that. So it's yours.
Okay. Thank you.
Basically, I'm mentioning it because what I don't want is players gaming. Well, this will probably kill him. Shunk. Oh, he's not dead, so I crit. That is not
That
allowed.
absolutely makes sense. Beyond.
I tend to try and bend over backwards in favor's player in terms of mistakes.
I really appreciate that.
So that's an additional 16 damage to the Ramoras. He's not looking so hot. And your second attack? And some like it hot. Is that your turn?
That'll be my turn.
We are running short. I ask that people try and expedite your turns. Have your turns prepared.
All right, so Brunhilde's gonna do a bonus action healing word and then cantrip sacred flame.
That Ramirez is just not happy.
Yeah, but still soaking it up.
And it's going to take another bite out of vivacity. And you guys should be glad you didn't go with average, where you'd have to face a single adult Ramirez, who has plus 11 to hit and does 40 damage on average.
I whispered something to you, Vivacity. Check it out, please.
I saw. Thank you.
Sorry, that should have been. Where is it? Should have been reckless. I'm gonna roll one more time.
And actually, my apologies. It does 40 piercing plus 10 fire.
Pretty inconvenient.
An adult Ramirez would have eaten one of you by now, turned around and eaten another.
That doesn't mean you're dead, though.
No, it just means you're going to be very dead very soon if you don't do something.
Yeah, that just makes it easier to hit from the inside.
No, it's actually harder to hit from the inside.
I'm going
Your
to
disadvantage.
So you're telling me if I fire a crossbow bolt any direction, I don't hit it?
You can't fire it from inside because you can't load it.
Well, no, the real problem is, sure, you can try and fire it, but it's kind of hard to fire it when you're inside the middle of the esophagus and your arms are pinned to your sides.
How about that? Fire away at number 1. Again, moving up 15 feet.
Why did you need to move up 15 feet?
Because I am 45 feet away. And my hand crossbow's range is 30 for short.
Well, you kill it.
Yep. And then I will take aim at the other Ramirez. Is he also within 30 feet of me, or do I have to move?
I don't track things that precisely. I mostly concern myself with melee, short range, long range, running away range. If you try and reproduce the map grid in Theater of the Mind, you're going to drive yourself insane.
That's
it takes
fine.
a totally different mindset to work in it.
I asked just in case, and then I'll move back 15 feet.
Oh, there's the bit I missed. You're moving back 15 feet.
Exactly. I've been doing the same maneuver each time.
I'm not doing too hot. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the help action and give somebody else advantage if they want to step up and hit this hot bug.
But you might kill it if you hit it again.
Yeah.
It might kill me if I hit it again.
Can I just add
That's
something?
true.
Because I know it seems Vivacity's not, this is not probably your, maybe first or second time playing or whatever. But you also have what's called a Wolf Totem Barbarian. When he's in melee, get advantage.
Sir, I've been playing this game since the playtest.
Okay.
I run games, I play games on a regular basis. Vivacity has 9 hit points remaining, and I don't know if you've noticed, it does damage when I hit it.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
So what I'm doing is, instead of taking more damage, because I'm very close to death, I'm giving one of you advantage. I don't know if the Barbarian has moved over here yet. If you'd rather, I could take the dodge action. Isn't Waylander the
That might be
Barbarian?
practical.
No, Yeah, dodge would probably be good.
Okay. Well, oh, well, I didn't know those. I see what you're saying. Frosty, you're after me in the initiative, and you have the advantage. I wasn't familiar with the particulars of your build. I'll take the dodge action instead. Brunhilde?
All right. How do I cast Healing Word at a higher level?
So when you go to cast it, you're going to want to click and drag on the healing button.
Yeah.
Once you have the die held up, right click to add additional die.
Hey, it worked.
It might not handle the. You're a life cleric, right?
Oh, yeah.
You will have to manually adjust the extra points from the.
Yeah, that heals 2 more points than I did. So can you just apply an extra, take 2 more wounds off? And then I'll also do my typical cantrip. And Rimmerhouse is up.
And the Remoras. Should I be mean? Should I be mean? Somebody's dodging and it wants a meal. Frosty the Barman is a very angry soul.
And it gets angrier each turn. It just cycles on itself. And that's it. He swings away. But whoever's next to him and tries to swing in melee has advantage.
All right, so it looks like Rung
Oh,
Mamoras too
dear.
is weak on its feet. So I'm
Poor
Oh.
Frosty. That was hot.
Oh no! Yeah, very hot. Ouch.
and this is why I keep my distance. I'm gonna try again, maybe third time's a charm here. Apparently not. Well, I'll shrug.
Same verse, same as the first. Oh, got him. There's a crit just for good measure. I'll go to the party and make sure everyone's all right, and then I'll go and recover half my bolts. Possible.
What were those things? They were nasty and hot and weird.
Yes, yeah, Bugs of the North.
We are running behind schedule. So I'm just going to say you guys do your post-battle cleanup. The hollow left by the Remorazes would be perfect to take a quick short rest in.
Perfect.
Great. I'm going to use Arcane Recovery to recover a spell slot.
Understood. You're using your Arcane Recovery feature.
I just get my action surge back.
Ron, can you remove my rage effect, please?
I could.
I don't need to be that angry all the time. Thank you.
So, anyways, you guys are walking down the trail. You've gotten a good chunk of the way to where you're going. And does anyone have a passive perception score of 16 or higher?
Nope.
17. Brunhilde has a 17.
So you guys are just continuing on, derp, 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 and Brunhilde doesn't even know why she looks up, but she looks up, and she notices, wow, that snow is pretty. I especially like the way it seems to shimmer and drift. Wait a minute, it's drifting away. That snow's coming down, and
We
that's
got
it.
incoming.
You got incoming.
Avalanche.
So everyone can give me an acrobatics group check. So that's probably actually best done through the party trap sheet.
Through the what sheet?
He does it. What do you say?
All right.
Oops. No, you guys are supposed to have advantage on this one because Brunhilde noticed it. One, two. Oh dear, 2 successes and 3 failures. So, yeah.
Wow, that's quite unexpected. With the advantage, Brunhilde, the fat lady, got the highest score.
And actually, I narrated this wrong. Brunhilde noticed sheets of loose snow on the top of the mountainside, and what's going on here is you are trying to proceed without knocking them loose. So now you guys get a DC 17 strength saving throw to try and outrun the avalanche. Whoops, no advantage on that. Oh! Everyone can take 11 bludgeoning damage, and you are buried in the snow. So it takes you an hour to get yourselves unburied. Oh, and I forgot to get your horse. I forgot about your horses. Oh well, I'll just ignore them.
No, we checked the horses in at the stables.
I think some people still took theirs.
Was that you, Veronica?
I brought my horse. But
Anyways, you guys pick yourselves up, dig yourselves out. It's only about an hour delay. Brunhilde, don't forget to take the 11 damage from the... you guys need to apply the 11 damage yourselves. I'm not doing it for you. So
Well,
you continue on.
Brunhilde will cast another third level healing word to try and fix everybody up.
A 3rd level healing word to fix everyone, or a mass healing word?
That's what I meant. A mass healing word.
nice.
How do I select everybody at once?
Say again. Oh,
How do I
control
target all?
go to the combat tracker and click on each person you want targeted. Don't forget yourself. No, wait. Who are you? Frosty? Ah, you missed Veronica. Now just go ahead and go back to the combat tracker and then just click on the mass healing word. Which is almost guaranteed to pretty much heal everyone up, isn't it? Anyways, we're running later and later as we continue. So, as you continue your march, something in the distance catches your eye. A battered shield stands upright, half buried in what appears to be the remains of an avalanche. A dwarven hand clutches at the shield's handle, jutting lifelessly out from the snow. It's the unfortunate dwarven soldier that sacrificed himself to protect Amelia's retreat. And he happens to be wearing a +1 mythical sprint mail and carrying a potion of climbing that miraculously survived intact.
Wow.
You guys
Dwarves' hands are hardy that way.
You guys do some RP. Probably somebody insists on burying him. Blah blah blah.
Vivacity
course.
clutches her breast and says a few words in passing to the diegetic respect for the corpse, because we know we're damn well taking that magic armor off of him. She knows
Gee,
that.
I wonder why.
But it's dwarf size. Oh, it's magic. It'll resize?
It's magic, and it will resize.
I think.
Also, don't forget, dwarves aren't that small. Despite the name, they are a medium creature.
Yeah, still medium. Yeah. Brunhilde's interested in wearing the armor.
I think Veronica's going to take 10 minutes to cast Gentle Repose on the body before we give it a quick snow burial.
Can I ask why?
Just to prevent any nasty necromancer from coming along, but also just kind of out of respect.
Doesn't Gentle Repose... A, do you have that spell prepared?
It's a ritual.
You still have to have it prepared.
Not if she's a wizard.
Not as a ritual.
Oh,
She
wait,
just has it in her spellbook.
Wait, is Gentle Repose a wizard spell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And I thought it only protected from necromancy for the duration of the spell.
10 days, I think.
Not important. Let's move on.
It was an RP.
Certainly enough time to recover the body.
Which makes sense. So you... Blah, 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 blah. We're running out of time. You rise past a crest, and you see a valley opening in front of you. It's a large gorge. There's very tall cliffs to either side, and it's basically a box canyon. It goes down to a fairly narrow corner, and then it closes off, and there's no way out on the other side. And guess where the holy site is? On the other side of that ogre camp. In the end of the box canyon that's totally cut off. And I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes to figure out how you're going to handle this while I take a quick break and grab a drink.
Did he say we saw a bunch of ogres?
Did not just that there was an ogre camp, but you can assume that there are ogres in an ogre.
Is there maybe a way we can lead the ogres away?
Is it still an ogre camp if the ogres aren't in it?
It
Or
would be
does
an
their
abandoned.
presence...
It would be an abandoned
What's
or
Veronica
empty ogre camp.
chuckles.
Imbue. That's the word.
Oh my god, that is a sick reference. Wow. A+. So, I suppose we could try to sneak around the camp. Or we could try to maybe stage some kind of distraction.
Vivacity can cast Enthrall. I believe that just has a... There's not really a limit to the number of targets, it's just who can see and hear her.
Bring them all out.
Give them disadvantage on their passive perception. And then after a minute, I would be standing alone in front of a bunch of ogres.
Not a great
What's
idea.
the spell?
Enthrall.
Oh, right, yeah. Then you need to go invisible and run for it.
Yeah, no, I don't have invisibility.
Yeah, didn't prepare that.
Do you have invisibility? No. Yeah, let's see, what else do I have? Nothing that would really strike me as an answer to our ogre problem.
Well, Brunhilde, Frosty, Waylander, how good are y'all at making distraction?
Would a couple of crossbow bolts through one of their skulls be enough of a distractor?
Uh, yeah, I'd say that's quite distracting.
I can use the thaumaturgy and make my voice be very loud, yeah.
Okay. How about getting away after causing the distraction?
I am not unusually fast or anything.
Hmm.
Oh, we are lacking a bit of information as to their numbers.
Yeah, and if we can physically bypass it, if it would just take more time to march around, or if there was like a sneaky path.
So, we just need to get the dwarves out, right? So,
And the tablet, Miss Lord's Alliance.
you didn't hear that.
You're right, excuse me. Sorry.
So
Sorry,
I need
character
to
knowledge.
go. I need to go into the holy site specifically, for reasons which are. I mean, I. Well,
You don't
I
have
have
to
the
say
horse
anything
who's
more.
carrying supplies, so I need to lead my horse in to bring the supplies in. You know, just to make sure that you know they can eat if they need to, and maybe if there's an injured, they can ride on my horse. I need to go to the holy site myself.
So many words. Nobody's questioning your motives. Don't worry.
Good, very good.
Exactly. Good. Veronica, are you a wizardy type with the magic-y stuff?
Oh yeah,
Do you have a familiar, maybe? Or like an arcane
I do have
way
a
of...
familiar, so we could start there.
Maybe we could see what's what, and then if Brunhilde's voice is as loud as Brunhilde claims, maybe there's an avalanche she could cause, or something like that.
Oh,
I
that
don't know.
is.
I'm just a... You know...
Which of you has thaumaturgy?
Brunhilde.
Brunhilde. You can
Yeah.
cause an avalanche with thaumaturgy.
But we need to get the dwarves out, right? I mean,
I'm not
That's a
certain they would
brilliant
work.
idea, Frosty.
well,
So
assuming...
I'm back. Sorry I had to run off like that.
No apologies necessary.
So we were thinking maybe trying to cause an avalanche. Brunhilde has thaumaturgy. Does it look like the positioning of the camp would be conducive to such a plan?
Actually, you think there's a very good chance that might work, but you might also kill the dwarves. You'd need to warn them at a minimum to make certain they're in the right spots.
All right.
The flying familiar could do that.
Yes, that is. Well, yes.
And if I get close
The
enough...
other problem is that you're quite certain the avalanche would take out your current position as well.
Oh my. Well, is there a better position that we could
Sure,
move ourselves to?
from this angle, you could pretty easily climb the cliffs on either side of the canyon. Just go to the top.
Would we
The
not
avalanche-
be noticed?
The avalanche might be better as a means of making sure we aren't followed on our way
On the
out.
way out.
Just to be clear, the avalanche that you're reasonably certain you could trigger would basically sweep from the dwarven encampment out over the ogres.
Oh, so
All
the
right.
dwarves are in a higher position.
Yes.
And as long as
So-
we warn the dwarves, the avalanche won't hurt them.
You're not without actually looking inside their camp. You can't be certain about that.
Yeah, and we won't actually be able to. You won't actually be able to look through Anaya's eyes once she's over there, because she'll be too far away.
That
That is
said,
true. I'm going to have to go myself.
that
So let's.
said, don't forget you can climb those cliffs and just basically walk up to the cliffside over the dwarves.
Oh, so we can bypass the ogre camp to get to the dwarves.
It would be a bit of a climb, and then you'd have to climb down in clear view of everyone. But you could.
Well,
I think that's worth doing.
how large is the ogre camp?
How many ogres do we see? If we see them.
You see something like 50 ogres with some Winterwolf allies. Some of the ogres are
50?
yes. Some of the ogres are strange. They look like they're almost sheathed in ice.
Would you call the camp roughly circular?
Yeah.
What would you say the diameter of that circle is?
Call it a couple 100 feet wide, about as wide as the canyon.
Okay. Well, it's a little bit too big for me to cover in fog. Or I should say a lot too big.
So, for the purposes of saving time, I am going to step in a bit. This is supposed to be a giant sandbox for you guys to play in, but we're short on time. There are basically 3 routes available to you. Sneak through the camp, use the cliffs to climb over and then descend into the dwarven camp, or try and raise some kind of distraction to draw the ogres out of position while you sneak by. Call it a straight stealth, a deceitful stealth, and then just a acrobatic stealth.
They're all stealth.
I am prepared to fly, as is my familiar. So I think I could probably put on a pretty good distraction while my familiar heads over to the camp and warns them. Though I can't communicate directly with my familiar at that range, I can send a message, as my familiar is a raven who can mimic me. And then Brumhilda can cause the avalanche. So
the DM is going to say that the DM is not going to tell you if that will work or not. What the DM will say is that you don't have nothing you see says it will not work. Do you understand the distinction?
There's potential.
Yes.
okay.
How many dwarves were in the encampment?
Oh,
Okay.
20 plus.
All right. Is everybody ready? So to go over the plan again. I'm going to fly over their camp and probably just put on some kind of light show of some kind and make some kind of scene while my familiar basically goes to the dwarves and lets them know what's about to happen. And then, at my signal, Brumhilda will cause the avalanche.
Sounds good to me. Before you go, Vivacity's going to lay a hand on your shoulder and cast Heroism.
Why, thank you.
4 temporary hit points, and they'll refresh if you ever lose any of them, they'll refresh at the start of your turn. Also, you can't be frightened. Also, you can't be frightened.
Okay. Is everybody else ready?
I want to do one more thing. I forgot. Of my 2 magic items, one of them is a serpent owl. serpentine owl. So I'll bring out the giant owl, and put him flying overhead as well.
Excellent. All the help is welcome. And I'm going to cast Alter Self on myself to make myself look like some kind of well,
I think
A
that
hot
and
shield.
flies concentration.
okay, good to know. Then I'll just cast Fly, and also, but before I do so, I'm going to give a message to my familiar to copy. Basically, we're going to cause an avalanche, take cover, and then when the avalanche is through, get out and make a break for the canyon entrance. And then I'm going to cast Fly. And my intention is basically to fly over the camp, yell, make noise, try not to come off as threatening, just more like, what on earth is happening? Why is this small thing flying around? Why is it making noise? Please stop making noise.
So, what is the exact word-for-word message your familiar is going to deliver for you?
We are going to cause an avalanche from your side of the canyon towards the ogre camp. Take cover. After the avalanche, run for the canyon entrance.
After hearing this message, does anyone want to interject before the plan continues? This is basically the final chance for anyone else in the party to interject. At this point, you'll all become spectators as Veronica continues down her little adventure path.
Do you want to do this in Dwarven?
Ooh, yes. Good idea.
Oh, I see where you're going. Yes. Give me a D20 roll, Veronica. We're gonna give your Raven an intelligence check to see if it can remember the message.
Okay. 10.
Looking up the Raven now.
Flat tooth, Nicto.
Raven has a -4 in.
Strikes me that we could
Modifier.
also just tie a note to its leg.
You know what?
We could just tie a note to her leg, just in case.
And actually, I'm looking at this. It can mimic simple sounds it has heard.
Oh,
So probably
well,
just the word avalanche coming, maybe, but
yeah. Let's go with a note.
Well,
I know,
I'm willing to allow a single word, like
I think
friend.
we'll just tie a note to her leg, and then also say, "Yeah, friend." Friend's a good single word message.
So the Raven flies off. Veronica is flying off. You can see your Raven has landed. The dwarves are gathering around it. And your Raven starts coming flying back towards you.
Excellent.
You can see it has a letter wrapped around its leg.
Well, let's read it.
Who are you? Who's setting off an avalanche? Why?
I guess I'll send back a message. We've been sent by your companion. What was her name? The dwarf
Let's
woman?
call it Amelia.
By your companion Amelia to rescue you. We're going to deal with the ogres. Once they've been dealt with, you need to come to the canyon entrance.
Sorry, say that again, please.
We were sent by your companion Amelia to rescue you. We're going to take care of the ogres, but we need you to take cover first.
Okay, your Raven delivers the new message. Again, the dwarves cluster around. You have reasonably certain they're shouting at each other, and then they all bolt towards one. So at the back of at the very back of the companion, you can see what look almost like 3 sarcophagi, except their size is, well, they're giant sarcophagi, shall we say. All the
Okay.
dwarves seem to make straight for one that has fallen down and jump in it.
Good, smart dwarf. Okay.
And so now you're going to try and turn yourself into a target over the ogre camp?
Well, yeah, we're just gonna try to stir the pot a little bit, and then we'll cause the avalanche.
Alright. And you trigger the avalanche with thaumaturgy.
Yep, Brunhilde carries on in Draconic because she doesn't know these are ogres.
You caused that avalanche, Brunhilde.
So,
Yeah,
normally
easily done.
thaumaturgy shouldn't be able to do that, but whatever. So you guys start an avalanche. And, it's an avalanche. Stones start coming down one after the other, sweep straight through the dwarven camp, destroying it. And you can see that the sarcophagus they're in, it's basically acting kind of like a surfboard / ship. It's kind of riding the wave. An ogre jumps up to try and one of the giant ice-covered ogres jumps up to try and get in its way, and promptly discovers what happens when a deer gets in front of a train. Splat.
Victory!
The dwarves go sliding and slippery sliding down the hill. The ogres all die.
Yes.
Oh, that was prompt.
That was a hell of a use of a cantrip.
And the dwarves get to have all the fun the players are actually supposed to have in this scenario. Dealing with little things that go wrong, like when the entire sarcophagus starts to go sideways, they all jump to the other end to lean it over and try and act as a rudder and get it back on track. And eventually it comes to a grinding halt, and you guys have won. All the dwarves have gotten out.
Awesome.
We feed them immediately.
Did you bring the tablet by any chance?
We feed it immediately. Love it.
Tablet? You didn't mention anything about a tablet.
It's true,
Well,
we didn't.
good thing I still have this spell active. I'm going to fly over to their holy site to see if I can't dig out that tablet.
Is it magical?
Oh yes, I'm sure.
So you detect magic and scan around through the snow to see what it did.
Not that sure, but
So Detect Magic lets you see magic, and you can see about 20, 30, 50 different spots of magic, and they're all fading fast.
well, what's the biggest one?
Oh, it looks like it's about 20 feet down under a mountain's worth of rock.
Hmm.
The dwarves help you dig it up, and it's a chunk of rock no larger than your fist, and even as they dig it up, it loses all its magic.
Well,
would
I guess
that
we
be?
know finding this tablet.
Vassidy's going to ask after the two dwarves she was sent to find, their leaders.
They are both alive. Everyone is alive.
Wow. Huh. And it looks like we saved everything that was that we needed to.
Yeah.
Except for one guy.
Wasn't the go? I wasn't there for that conversation, so
Totally unexpected.
That's a secret. We don't even know.
Actually, you know what? You guys can go ahead and give me a d20 roll. Let's see if the dwarves thought to bring the thing on their own.
Veronica,
DM is
why don't
changing
you
his
make that?
mind.
Veronica, why don't you make that one?
That would be a 2.
Nope.
And by Veronica,
Sorry,
you know,
I don't
somebody
like
else.
I don't like doing that type of gotcha, but
We totally forgot to mention it though. Like,
There will be other opportunities. Mostly, I'm just glad they're alive. Really, that's the most important bit.
There's a
They
secret
can send
mission
an
we didn't even know.
excavation team up there if it's really important.
this is not a secret mission. It's just a special mission.
But it was a secret from us. Most
oh, we just weren't in the room when Veronica was told about it.
and then she didn't pass it on to us.
Yes.
I was under the
So-
important that it was a discretion issue, but it's not very important at the end of the day. I'm sure.
Yeah, wasn't part of the concern like it not falling into the wrong hands?
definitely a
It won't
huge
fall
part of the
into
concern.
any hands. That's
And
okay.
now nobody can use it. So, problem solved, right?
Let's just get ourselves back home. Is that 3125 split between all of us? Okay.
That is each.
280 each?
Correct.
Gotcha.
So there was 200 gold pieces in a pouch you found hanging from one of the Remoraz's teeth. The dwarves gave you 200 gold pieces as thanks. And the seer paid you 1,000 gold pieces. It's kind of hilarious that I rushed you and then you guys basically just skipped an entire section.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. You guys had fun, I assume.
Oh, I had a blast.
We like plotting and scheming.
So there's a +1 mithril splint mail up for rolls.
I'm interested. Anyone else?
Oh, yes. Yes, the cleric schlepping around this heavy plate mail, it would save quite a lot of weight. And she might be stealthy first. Who's the other one that's interested?
Does that count as heavy
Paladin?
armor?
I think so. I think it just doesn't have stealth disadvantage, if I'm remembering the DMG correctly.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
it's heavy armor, but it doesn't impact your stealth, and doesn't have a strength requirement.
If permanent magic items are a concern, Vivacity doesn't have any.
And Brunhilde has two.
Was there anyone else who was interested in the plate mail? Split mail? Going once, going twice?
Looks like you have magical armor.
Congratulations!
Oh, thank you very
There
much.
is also a potion of climbing.
Well, Brunhilde wants that then.
Oh, I'm so good.
Who wants the potion of climbing?
Brunhilde does.
Okay, Brunhilde going once, going twice. Potion of heroism. Who wants?
What does that do exactly?
Benefit of bless for an hour, and I believe
Yeah.
it also increases your
Frosty's
maximum
in all
hit
that.
points.
Yep, Frosty's in on that.
I'm sorry, guys. My microphone was not working properly. I was inquiring about the armor. What was the Mithra again? It's no strength and no disadvantage to Dex.
Yeah, I believe
no
so.
disadvantage to stealth check.
I think if it's a chain shirt or a breastplate, it's small enough that you can conceal it under normal clothing. For all the other ones, it's just no disadvantage on stealth and no strength requirement.
Which is what this is, right? The Mithril.
I mean, actually, Vivacity's strength is 14. This will let her, upgrade.
Yeah, because, I mean, if that's the case, then I might...
Do you have any, permanent magic items?
No items whatsoever.
No magic items?
Correct.
Then I think we roll for it.
That would be correct. And speaking as
There
a
you go.
DM, it's nice to watch players who just resolve this without me having to open my mouth.
Just in case I roll a 20, but...
I'm so sorry that you've had to, step in and, solve disputes over items. That's...
Well, no, normally I just have to run the who has the most items, who has the fewest, etc., etc. That's one of the things that goes with DMing.
Oh, just folk aren't just familiar with the... Gotcha.
So we reopen the Mithril Splint Mail. It's still going to Vivacity. What's left is the Potion of Heroism, which we got sidetracked from. It gives you Bless and 10 temporary hit points lasting 1 hour each. So it's
roll for
Bless for 1 hour is a huge deal.
Without concentration.
Without
Brunhilde already
concentration.
has one.
Bless is the best spell in the game. Period. By far.
Would
Aid can
anyone
come
else like it?
close.
Okay. Bless
Yeah.
is the best spell until you get to level 6.
Alright.
Spell.
No. I disagree. You know, the best spell, the single best spell in the game, create and destroy water.
No. I like Holy Aura. Holy Aura let my cleric tank Grosta and company for 3 rounds and won us that fight. Mostly because another player gave me a potion of invulnerability, so in order to break my concentration, Grost and company had to do a minimum of 60 plus damage if I rolled 2 1s on my concentration check.
That is pretty badass.
And worse yet, Holy Aura meant they were at disadvantage to attack me. So between resistance to all damage and a paladin giving me +5, and I had like a natural +9 to my concentration roll, it just stacked up to be insane. It was basically just Grost and company were trying to kill me and could not. So I like Holy Aura. So, who is interested in the Potion of Heroism? Please state so and roll off.
I'm interested.
Yeah, I'm interested as well.
Brunhilde already has one.
Oh, now I roll a 20.
Nice.
Hey, Frosty, you take it.
Hey, Bless helps you too.
Mostly range, your melee, go for it.
Bless helps you too.
I know.
Go ahead, take it, man.
I'll be good, bro. Don't worry about it.
Now I'll find a Bless caster.
So that covers everything. Congratulations, Waylander. So if anyone wants to be involved in the next game, it starts in 9 minutes.
Which one is it?
5-5.
I'll be here.
Yeah, I can do it.
Is that a
A
2
dish
or a
best
4?
served cold. 2 hour.
Oh, wait, did I do that one already?
Yeah, I think I've done that around already. Sorry.
Nope, I have not.
All right, good job, all. That was a lot of fun.
Thank you so much for running.
Yep, well done, guys.
Thanks everyone for playing.
You're like a hero for running multiple modules in a day. I've yet to pull that off myself.
I'm bored.